If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community.
MadGic is back in a way because he's been uploading some tracks to his YouTube channel Bobby's World for the past few days now. And I'm not just talking about the beats that he's been posting, because, you know, we got that, like, my favorite song, I Love You, Philip Morris, Taxi Cab, Take Walks Daily, and all those beats that we got, since we know that he's, making beats. It's kind of a hobby of him on stream. He's been, putting out these beat tapes, those Twitch volumes, which I thought was really cool. But that was never like real new proper music from him because he wasn't rapping on them. But for the past few days now, he's been active putting out actual songs again. And there's this collaboration that a lot of Logic fans have been waiting for called MadGic. So the collaboration between Logic and Madlib, the producer, which is something that we could, get very soon, but I'm going to get into that a little bit later. And then also, of course, some single stuff that he has going on. So let's talk about what actually happened. So let's talk about MadGic. MadGic, as I said, Madlib and Logic, is supposed to come out sometime now, because we got that Mars Only Part 3 track about 3-4 weeks ago at the end of April, which I thought was already great. Logic's rapping on there, he's like back to some old school just lyrical stuff. Like this could come straight up like a young Sinatra. And the funny thing is, Logic, I don't know if you remember this, but on stream after he retired and dropped No Pressure, he said that the only person that could make him come out of retirement was Madlib, and if he did a collaboration with him. Madlib is famous for like his Freddie Gibbs collaborations, Pinata, Bandana, whatsoever. You've probably heard of them. So for Logic to, do a joint project with Madlib would be insane. Now, something else that Logic did is he put out solo tracks. We had that Tired in Malibu track, which I already talked about. It was only about a minute in length, so it wasn't like really like a whole song. It was just more of him being drunk and rapping. But it was, it was fire nonetheless. And people got excited about like, oh, he's gonna, come back and drop all this music. But, in reality, he was actually just drunk and put that thing out. But, there's not, I don't believe that it was just because of that. There was some kind of plan behind it. Now, the past 2 days have been interesting, because after we got that single snippet from him and that first MadGic track, it's kind of gotten quiet. We got a few beats from him, the ones I listed at the beginning. But then yesterday, he uploaded another track called, with the title MadGic, called Rad as Dad. And this seems to be the second track that we now know of after Mars Only Part 3 that comes from this collaboration between Logic and Madlib. And, this is obviously produced by Madlib, because you can just hear that from the instrumental and from, just the production. Same goes for Mars Only Part 3. Logic's rhyming schemes and, rhyming patterns on here are again top notch. I love when Logic is in this state, just rapping for, the sake of rapping. He even wrote that in the YouTube description, which I loved. He was like, rapping just for the sake of rapping. What happened to that? Which I love, and I love that he has that mentality. Something interesting about this track in particular is that at the end of it, there's like a 30-minute just silence. And I don't know how, but people have figured out what that is, what that stands for. In the comments, one guy said, and I'm guessing this is correct because a lot of people have replied to this and liked it. At the end, he says, I retired, but I've been making music every single day since I retired because I love it. And then I think about what I realized was that I don't like the industry. So I think I want to retire from the industry. That's why I want to do this music for free. Sometimes I want to come back, but I don't know if I should come back. I mean, if I did, I want it to be independent. That'd be pretty cool, being a major artist and actually retiring from the industry instead of music in itself. I don't know. I think about that a lot. So from this, we can kind of see his thought pattern behind doing this. He wants to give us all this music for free because he just doesn't, mess with the industry anymore, and he wants to be an independent artist. And I respect that. That is something that, we can always commend and respect. So maybe we'll get this MadGic project for free. Probably will. He did his Planetary Destruction Dr. D thing already, which I love that he's finding all these new ways to express his creativity. So this will just be another step. step. Now let's talk about this other song that we got, which before we get into that, I want to mention that those MadGic tracks have been released under the name MadGic. So it's not like Logic, Radistad, Logic, Mars Only Part 3. It's MadGic, Radistad, MadGic, Mars Only Part 3. And just a couple of, at the point of recording this, just a couple of hours ago, we got a new track, Bobby Hall, Live from the Farm. And this is not a rapping track. This is more, in the style of the Supermarket soundtrack, where he's singing in that like nasally voice. But I love it. The chords on here are gorgeous. I think Logic's singing isn't perfect, but it fits. It's really just all you need for that type of vibe he's going for. And the interesting thing about this, the reason I just said that it's not Logic, Radistad, but MadGic, in this case it's Bobby Hall. So I'm guessing, in combination with what he said about retiring from the industry but not music in itself, that like theory we had after he retired and after he dropped No Pressure of like, Logic has retired, but Bobby is still gonna make music. I mean, we've seen him use the alter ego Dr. Destruction already, and so I'm guessing that this Bobby Hall alter ego, in a way, of course, that's his real name, but of course that will now play a role as well. He's also just announced he's gonna drop his memoirs later on this year as a book. So he's busy. He's, working on a couple of projects in his private life. As I said, the book, then this MadGic tape, then maybe another singing, album with the Bobby Hall thing, and wherever Tired Malibu fits in. So I think we're going to get a lot of stuff from Logic in the future, and I love that he's just living his best life, enjoying himself, and just doing these things because he loves doing them, and that he has the platform now to really do this and push this out to the fans that are willing to hear it. And that's why I respect the man a lot for going this path and choosing to just do this thing for free and independent. And yeah, that's always commendable. I always respect that. So yeah, that's kind of what we got from Logic. We got some single tracks from him. We got some singing tracks. We got some MadGic collaboration, tracks. I'm still not sure when this MadGic tape will drop. I'm guessing maybe in the summer, later this year. It's probably just going to be a shock drop, a surprise drop, because as I said, he wants to do this for free. There's no like commercial pressure behind it. And I'm glad that Madlib got Logic out of retirement. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this. Now I want to know what you think about this. Do you think Logic is coming back with this Madlib tape? Do you think he's going to drop a new singing album? And where does Tired Malibu fit in? So let me know in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.